All right, so good afternoon, boys and girls. Let me get rid of this guy first. We are working now on improper fractions, and if you have watched the videos on fractions before, you remember that a fraction is considered to be an equal piece of a whole. So let's take this box. Let's imagine all these boxes are the same size. I know they're not, but let's imagine they're all the same size. And let's pretend, let's write a basic fraction that we've done in the past so we can review. Let's say we have this fraction here. We can say that 2 equal boxes out of 4 boxes, or 2 equally sized boxes out of 4 boxes, are colored in. So in an improper fraction, we actually have something that looks opposite to this. In a regular fraction, our numerators are always less than the denominator. But in an improper fraction, that actually changes. That flips upside down. So in order for us to do that, we have to look at more wholes. Not just one whole, but more wholes. Let me show you what I mean. In an improper fraction, I would still be dealing with the same size pieces. I'm still dealing with quarters or fourths. I still have fourths here, and fourths here. I still have that. So my denominator is going to be the same still. Because remember, my denominator tells me the kind of pieces that I'm dealing with. But my numerator is going to be a little different now. Let's say, for example, I colored 4 out of the fourths here. And see if I do the same thing here. I colored, again, 4 out of the 4 pieces here. And then I colored in one of these. So I'm still dealing with fourths, so my denominator is still going to be the 4. It tells me what it looks like. My denominator, I like to say, tells me what it looks like, or the size of the pieces, I could say. And the top number is going to tell me how many of them that I have. So this is going to go here, and this is going to tell me how many I have. How many? So let's see how many I have. I have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, 5/4, 6/4, 7/4, 8/4, 9/4. So that's a little weird, and it's an improper fraction because in a regular fraction, as we said, the numerator is usually smaller. In an improper fraction, I'm not just dealing with one whole piece, I'm dealing with several whole pieces, and I have more, the numerator is greater than the denominator. So let's try one more. And I'll deal with circles this time. Oh no, let's deal with circles. It reminds me of cookies, and I love cookies. So I'm going to cut them into halves. Again, imagine that these halves are the same size. I don't have the tools to make them more perfect, but that's fine. So here I'm going to put an X. Oh no, let's color them again. So now I have 2 halves colored. I have 3 halves colored. So now, again, the denominator is going to tell me what the pieces look like. The pieces are halves. How do I write a half? I write a half like that. How many of them do I have? 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 halves. So the important thing to remember in an improper fraction, number 1, the denominator tells me what the pieces look like. Number 2, the numerator tells me how many of the pieces I have. And number 3, in an improper fraction, the numerator is going to be greater than the denominator. Good luck.